All right. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. Hi, everybody. Hey, not everybody. Everybody's not here yet, but as people trickle in, there's a few people here. How many people? There's like, where do I look? 20 or 25 here. People will be trickling in. I want to say I got a bunch of new subscribers or followers, whatever they call them on YouTube, subscribers, and what I'm going to be doing here. First of all, if you're looking for comedy, because I'm a comedian, do stand-up comedy and that kind of thing, that's not what this is. I have a bunch of episodes on my channel there where they are comedy, where I'm trying to be funny, and I usually do all right. But this is different. This is going to be on for a while, and it's I've done a few live streams. This is only like the 5th live stream that I've done. The first couple I answered questions, and then the other 2 were a couple like this, where I asked questions of you guys, and you get to answer them or not answer them or just goof around. But hopefully it'll be fun, but we'll see. What is this here? This is, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to give quotes, but they can be anybody, and we'll see who knows, who can get it first. And if you get it first, you get some points. And if you get points, you can get some coupons for, if you get enough coupons, you can get a certificate of authenticity, stuff like that. Am I spinning too much? Seems like I'm spinning too much. Anyway, this will be, I'm an American, and this will slant pretty much American. I know I've got subscribers all over the world, there are. I'm happy to have you, and I hope you have fun. So let's just get going, I guess. Let's see. I'm not forgetting anything, right? Oh, these quotes can be from anybody, anybody in history. It can be a sports figure. It can be, and they're going to be comedians. I'm going to do some comedians too, so there'll be some funny there with some funny jokes from comedians. But you're going to have to guess who it was. And it can even be characters from TV or anything like that. And it can be a, somebody in something that was written. So let's see who's checked in here. There's Mickey B. Hey, Brett Stadler. Hey, Brett, CPR for Life. I've seen some very familiar names. Hey, Barry. Okay, I don't want to be do the romper room thing, but I see a lot of people here. And it's nice to see you here. I haven't done this. I haven't done it for 5 or 6 months, one of these live streams. Can you hear me all right? You can hear me all right? There's my brother, one of my brothers. We got a bunch of brothers and sisters. I don't know all their handles and stuff like that. So, hello, Planodian, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Old-fashioned bear. Diane. Hey, Di. And you love Romper Room, Di? Yeah, she was just talking. And did you wonder if she was talking to you? Or you were listening for your name if she was talking to you? You can hear me fine. I had a problem with the microphone earlier today. Yeah, I had problems, a lot of problems. I won't tell you all my problems, but I have problems. Hey, this is being recorded. This is March 31st, 2020. I say that because it's anybody who's watching this later in the future. This is in the middle, or hopefully it's the middle of the coronavirus shutdown of 2020. Whatever, I don't know what they're going to call this after it's all over. Things get their names very often after they've happened. Like 9/11. We didn't call it 9/11 while it was going on, or World War I. They didn't call it World War I. They didn't know what to call it. They called it the Great War or something. They didn't call it World War I until World War II came along. And somebody said, hey, maybe there's going to be a bunch of these. Maybe we better start numbering them, So I wonder what this will be called. I have a feeling it could be called the Great Quiet of 2020, because it's so quiet everywhere. Everywhere you go, everybody's doing nothing. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, Lincoln. Hey, Doritz. I'm going to stop. Let's see what's going on. All right, well, we're going to get started with this little thing here where I ask questions. Now, I've done a couple of videos like this, a couple of live streams that are on my channel about TV shows, trivia, and another one was about the sitcoms, and I did one about music that was called Name That Tune, where I'd play a little music or give a lyric or something, and people tried to guess. We had fun. So here we're going to get started with what I'm doing here. And what we're all doing here. Mickey, I am isolated. Yes, I'm isolated. Hey, Margot. It's my sister, Margot. Hey. All right. Well, let's get started with you guys and see if you can win enough coupons to get a certificate. Here's the quote. If you're going through hell, keep going. Anybody know who said that? Whoever gets it first gets a half a point or a point. If you're going through hell, keep going. Ringing any bells? Hey, Wade. Tom Brady did not say that. I don't know. Maybe he said it, but I'm not giving him credit for this quote. Not Truman. Not Trump. Nope. If you're going through hell, Waldo. Lincoln's guessing Waldo. He's just going short because he wants to. Gorbachev. These are good guesses. I don't know if that's a good guess. Rodney. No, that's not right. I don't see his name up here. All right, CPR for life nailed it. Churchill. Winston Churchill. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you were saying Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Great Britain during World War II. Winston Churchill. Brett, yeah, you got the whole name. We'll give you partial credit there. Patton. That would have been Patton is a good guess, I think. Patton is a good guess, but it was a guess and it was the wrong guess, so no points for you. Here's another thing that Churchill used to say. No, he didn't used to say it. It's a Churchill quote that I liked that I'm just going to read to you. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. I'm going to do that. Sometimes read extra ones. With the comedians, I'll read a few jokes. I'll read a few of their jokes. All right. Oh, hey, Reed. Said, okay. Becky Drake says Yogi Berra. I don't know if she's a psychic or whatever, but Yogi's coming up. There will be some Yogiisms coming up, and not too distant future. So hang around for some Yogi. World War II. Good guess. All right. There's a quote from somebody. Let's see who can get this. The sea was angry that day, my friends, like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli. It was not Churchill. And maybe you're trying to guess the other one because Churchill would not have said that. I think that's what you're doing. All right, CPR for life. Is that 2 for 2 for CPR? He said Costanza. Anthony Forty said George on Seinfeld. That's correct too, and you were right behind. I think you knew it before, but he has the speed button over there. Brett Stadler. He said Costanza. That is correct. I don't have any other George Costanza. I don't have any George Costanza quotes, but I do have a Seinfeld quote that I like that I'm just going to read. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done it that way. I'll just read it because I already blew it. It's amazing that the amount of news that happens in the world every day always just exactly fits the newspaper. That was Jerry Seinfeld. Barry's guessing Hemingway. I'm not sure which question you were guessing for there. Anyway, Hemingway's either wrong or premature. Well, who got that one? Yeah, Dorothy, a lot of you got that. George Costanza. Give yourself points. Keep track of your own points because I don't have the wherewithal or the ability to do that or the inclination. All right, here. I was going to read the easier one of these, but I'm going to read the harder one. Better to remain silent and thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Yeah, you don't have to brag CPR for life. You got 2, right? Eric. Oh, okay. Okay. He's not bragging. He's just, I guess you're keeping score. That's good. Okay, good. Terry's cheating. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. CPR says Voltaire. That is not right. Unless this one ripped it off. You guys have good guesses. Good guesses. Funny Squad, I think you nailed it. You have the answer that I have. People probably want to argue because people like to argue, but it was Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Okay, so Lincoln agrees with it too. Lincoln, are we right on that, right? That was Abraham Lincoln. Okay, I see a lot of guesses for things that are going to come up later, so I'm not going to always acknowledge them, even when they're good guesses. Do you guys know when Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address and he said 4 7 years ago? Do you know what that meant? Because it surprises me a lot of times people don't know what that means. CPR says he's disgraced himself by not getting by not getting it right, by getting it wrong. Yes. Well, hang in there, CPR. 1863 was the year of the that the speech was given, the Gettysburg Address, where Lincoln said 70 years ago. Yes, but 87 years is the answer. Hey, David. 87 years. But why does it mean that? Why is it's a weird way of saying it? I mean, score. I like to ask people what they mean. A lot of people go, I don't know what that means. Score meant 20, which is not something we use anymore. 27. It meant 20. Score was 20 years. So 4 score and 20 meant 87. But a lot of people, it just goes, they hear it and they don't, it goes in one ear and out the other because score meant 20. Okay, Mr. Floppy, that was not an official question. But you can, you know what? Are you the first one to get it? Yeah, score meant 20. That's kind of what I was going for, but it wasn't an official question, something like some of these others. So I'll tell you what, who can tell me how old the country is now using score? If you can get that, you'll get, I'll make this an official question. The country is now how many? You have to use score to answer your question. I'm going to give the answer in just 5 seconds here because I'm not going to wait too long on this. All right, I think I'm boring everybody. 12 score and 3 years old. That's how old our country would be. 12 score and 3 years old. Okay, good job on that. Oh, so listen, who said this? The very existence of flamethrowers proves that sometimes, somewhere, someone said to themselves, you know, I want to set those people over there on fire, but I'm just not close enough to get the job done. Who said that? Maybe I'll read it again. Mr. Floppy, kaboom, you got it. George Carlin. That's a George Carlin line. Great line, right? I won't read it again, then. Yeah, I'll read it again. The very existence of flamethrowers proves that sometimes, somewhere, someone said to themselves, sorry, George Carlin, I'm sorry, I'm butchering this. The very existence of flamethrowers proves that sometimes, somewhere, someone said to themselves, you know, I want to set those people over there on fire, but I'm just not close enough to get the job done. Okay, I nailed it. Okay, I nailed it that too. There's some other things that Carlin said that I like. A couple of quotes. Electricity is really just organized lightning. I hadn't heard that one before, but in researching this, I found that one. I thought that was cool. The main reason Santa is so jolly is because he knows where all the bad girls live. And another George Carlin line. If you can't beat them, arrange to have them beaten. I just did my impression of my big brother, Mike. Are you looking for a beating? If you can't beat them, arrange to have them beaten. Okay, so that's George. Oh, I got another George Carlin on this side. Oh, I like this one. People who say they don't care what people think are usually desperate to have people think they don't care what people think. And this is one of my favorite Carlin lines. Think of how stupid the average person is and realize that half of them are stupider than that. So we're moving on. Let's see who's clicking in. Ha ha. Okay, those are Carlin is the best. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Think about how dumb the average person is and think that half of them are dumber than that. Yeah, CPR. I just said that. Are we trying to quote it and not pay attention to what I was saying? Yeah, I know, Carlin. We could go on forever with Carlin lines, and I wish I could. But here's the next line. Okay. In my country, we go to prison first and then become president. Anybody know? You might not know the quote, but you might be able to tell. You like my hair? Beautiful, right? Beautiful hair. David Wills is guessing Venezuela. I don't know why he would be guessing Venezuela. Let me see. Am I missing it? We're doing Carlin lines here. Yakov Smirnoff is not right. That's a good guess, though, CPR. I see it there, but it keeps moving so fast, it's like a big blur. Emmett Kellogg, one of the Kellogg's got it first. Mandela. I think you spelled Mandela wrong, but we're going to give you credit for it, Emmett. There's so many people on here, this is all flying by. Yeah, Nelson Mandela got it first. And then Brett was second, just missed by a whisker. Hugo Chavez. Mandela, Gorbachev, no. Nelson Mandela said that. And he has one other quote here that I like. This is Nelson Mandela. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Whoa, there was some more quotes on that piece of paper. Hang on, where the heck was it? I threw it over into the pile. All right. Here it is. Here's the next quote. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. David guesses Jar Jar Blinks. Isn't that right? What's with your WD-40? I use it for many jobs, odd jobs in households. Gandhi, that's Gandhi's a good guess. Funny Squad, kaboom. I'm gonna stop saying kaboom. That'll get annoying. Funny Squad got it with Albert Einstein. That was Albert Einstein, who also said. Anybody else on that? Yeah, see, a lot of good guesses. Albert Einstein said. Albert Einstein also said, imagination is more important than knowledge. And now I can throw this card away into the pile. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I got 16, 17 likes on here. I appreciate that. And we got about almost 50 people watching. So it's going to make it harder for you to get these, because a lot of these people are smart. A lot of them aren't smart, based on George Carlin's quote. But a lot of these people are smart. That's why they're subscribers to that darn Dennis channel. All right. Here's the next quote. God is a comedian playing to an audience too afraid to laugh. God is a comedian playing to an audience that is too afraid to laugh. "1978 cannot have the lava lamp back. I'm keeping it." Bill Cosby did not say that. Good guesses. Lenny Bruce is a good guess, I think. Nobody's got this one, huh? Somebody guessed this one earlier. This person earlier. Funny Squad. Funny Squad must have been one of those people that screwed up the curve, or he or she's good at Google. You know what I mean? You never know. I'm not trying to give that idea to you other not so smart people out there, but that's not the point of this. Have fun. You don't need to Google and things. It's not to see who's the fastest Googler. Voltaire, yeah, Voltaire. The fact that you write Voltaire on laughter. Anyway, good job. Mark Twain. Somebody's going to just keep guessing Mark Twain, and that would be a good strategy to do if you don't you really don't know anything, because Mark Twain had a lot of great quotes, and I'll probably slide him in here at some point. So, and that sounded Mark Twainish. I forget what I said. All right. Here's another Voltaire. Voltaire was a French writer, by the way, who I've read. I've read all his stuff. I've read all of Voltaire over and over and over again. I still don't understand. Voltaire said, "Judge a man by his questions rather than his answers." All right. Margot wants to know about explain my lighting system. Yeah, I want shadows. Lava lamps. The light is going down outside. The sun is going down outside, so that really screws up the lighting here. Have you read Mark Twain's book about Voltaire? No, but I read Voltaire's book about Napoleon and Twain. The escapades of Napoleon and Twain. Oscar. Oh, see, okay, yeah. You people are just going to take these these guesses. You're swinging at the fences with these guesses. All right. Don't be doing quotes, people. Don't be putting. Oh, wait. No. I do the quotes. You do the answers. Okay. You're going to hurt yourself points wise. Okay. So here's another quote. There's a chance for you to redeem yourselves and get some points. I think I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. I think I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree. You need a hint? You guys need a hint? I don't see it right up there. I don't see anybody getting this. Not Mark Twain. Yeah, but I can't give you partial credit for getting who it isn't. Funny Squad nailed. Oh, wait. Funny Squad says Joyce Kilmer with a bunch of question marks. Do I give you? Are you asking? It's not Tommy Smothers. Joyce Kilmer with a bunch of questions. Tolkien. I see good guesses. Not Dickie Smothers, not Tommy Smothers, not Don Imus. Okay. Somebody guessed the Walden Pond Dude. The Walden Pond Dude. No. The answer is Joyce Kilmer. If you got that right, good for you. And by the way, here's an easy one for you. Maybe it's not so easy. Is Joyce Kilmer a man or a woman? Is Joyce Kilmer a man or a woman? I don't even care about this question. Who's Vivian? Is that your friend Vivian? Is that Funny Squad? Is Vivian? Maybe she has a fake name because she doesn't want everybody to know her name. Maybe that's the deal. Anyway, good job, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, another one by the end of that poem. At the end of that poem by Joyce Kilmer. I won't read the whole poem, but is made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Joyce Kilmer, a man, by the way. A man with the name Joyce. All right, here you go. See if you can get this one. Of course you will. Emerson in that red cup. What red cup? No. Oh, that cup. No, that's water. No. Okay, here's another question for you guys. Not a question, a quote. Why do I keep getting that wrong? All that glitters is not gold. All that glitters is not gold. Who said that? Shakespeare. I think Funny Squad knows some of these because that was good. You got it, Funny Squad. Funny Squad. You don't know how to spell Shakespeare, but you just try to be quick. You're going for the quickness of it. Yeah, Shakespeare said, all that glitters is not gold. He also said, brevity is the soul of wit. Vince guessed Dan Seals. Is that from Seals and Crofts? Is that from somebody we got good? Liberace? Is it Seals and Crofts? Dan Seals? I see good guesses on here. Some of these guesses are going to come up later, so I'm not going to say them all out loud. Jed Clampett. No, that's right. All glitters is not gold. Texas gold. Texas oil. What is it? We're not going to do. Well, the next thing you know. Okay. Okay, we're moving on to another quote. I don't know, Diane. I don't know if you can like comments on the live stream. There's a few things about this I don't know. I think you have to be on it. Let me ask you guys this. Do you have to be on a computer to chat? Like you can't chat on there from an iPad or anything, right? You have to be on a computer, right? Anyway. You don't have to be on a computer? You can be on a device and chat? I'm not sure what people are answering. Anyway. All that glitters is not gold. I did that one. Okay, here's another one. A different quote from a different person. Squidward, I used your clarinet to unclog my toilet. Squidward, I used your clarinet to unclog my toilet. You guys are chatting from your phone. Okay. Wait, who's first there? We got a bunch of people guessing. I got to give you guys all credit for that. You are very well read group. The answer is SpongeBob. Somebody wrote, Brett Stadler wrote since Bob. Was that autocorrect? Because I can't see any. I can't give you credit though. Look at that sponge. Look at all the SpongeBobs. You people know your literature. You people got SpongeBob. Yeah. Here's another SpongeBob quote. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formioli. Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formioli. See, I don't do a good spot. If I start doing impressions, we're going to be in trouble. But where else do you get Shakespeare and SpongeBob SquarePants in the same spot? Here. All right. Here's another one. You guys ready? My wife and I were happy for 20 years. Then we met. Dorizo, I don't know who you are based on your name there. You're calling me Uncle Dennis. I appreciate that. My wife and I were happy for 20 years. Then we met. You think it's David Koresh, Terry? No. CPR for Life, guess it's Henny Youngman. That's not right. George Burns is not right. That's not what I have here. Funny Squad. We're going to have to boot you if you keep getting... No, you're doing great. Rodney Dangerfield said, my wife and I were happy for 20 years. Then we met. And I got some more. I got a few more Rodneys. I'm not going to just slide by Rodney. No, sir. My father carries around the picture of the kid that came with his wallet. Do wallets come with pictures in them anymore? There's one of those jokes that if you had it, you couldn't use it anymore. I don't know if wallets come with pictures. You know what I don't get? I don't get those wallets. I see them on cruise ships where wallets match somebody's, the watch. You have a watch and a wallet. Who needs that? Here's another Rodney Dangerfield. My psychiatrist told me I was crazy, and I said I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly too. I told my dentist my teeth were turning yellow. He told me to wear a brown tie. When I was a kid, my parents moved a lot, but I always found them. You miss it without Rodney. You miss it without the Rodney, right? Did they do come? The wallets do come with a phone that has pictures in it. With a phone. Oh, okay. All right, you guys are doing great. I appreciate you being there. In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. You hear that a lot, but I didn't know who said it until I looked it up. In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except death and taxes. Anybody know who said that? People are chatting. Yeah, somebody got it right there. This is kind of getting hard to read. I'm not sure who got it right first. Let me see. I think Vince said Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin. Yeah, Benjamin Franklin. You call him Ben? You know him well enough to call him Ben? Benjamin Franklin. I think that's the only Benjamin I got. Why am I throwing them away? They could be valuable someday. They could be worth something someday. All right. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Anybody know who that one? Anybody know who that one was? Not. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Snatcher says Jeffrey Dahmer. That is not right. Michael Jordan. Hey, Joey says Michael Jordan. That's not right. It's a good guess. I know my lighting is bad on here, right? It's a nightmare doing lighting. Have I missed it? Funny Squad said Gretzky. Wait, CPR was ahead of CPR was ahead of Wayne Gretzky, the great hockey player, the greatest hockey player. And I don't have any other Wayne Gretzky quotes. I do have another quote though. For every minute that you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. That's a little bit harder for some of you. Yeah, it's Gretzky. It's Wayne Gretzky that said the other one. No, this one's not. For every minute that you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. I didn't know this one before. Dorizo is my nephew on his game. How would you know that, Barry? Brett says Dr. Phil. That's not wrong. That's not right. Keith Richards says Snatcher. No. Wayne Dyer. That's a great guess. I should give you credit for that. The correct answer again, Funny Squad, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Maybe we should not give her credit for that since she's getting so many right. I'd say she. I don't know what Funny Squad. Did somebody say it was a she? Funny Squad was a she. I don't know. But yeah, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Here's a good quote. They're all good quotes, but got to give them a lead in somehow. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. Oh, Funny Squad is a girl. Hey, she. Hey, okay. Nice to have you here. Are you cheating, Funny Squad, or are you smart? Cheating or smart? I guess you could be both. I guess. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. Why would that be Tom Hanks? Was that a real guess? Jesus is a guess. No. Mussolini. Cheating is smart, says Diane Goss. That's a teacher. A teacher says cheating is smart. Mostly positive. Vivian guesses Mark Twain, Billy Graham. What was the quote? I forget what the quote was. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. It's a funny squad. Even though I distracted her and asked her a question about where she was getting her answers, she got the correct answer. Oscar Wilde is the correct answer. Oscar Wilde, an Irish poet, for those of you that want to know or don't know. Google, huh? Well, stop it. Stop the Google. Let Dorizzo and some of these other people have a chance. BR, Bold Caution Productions. Wild Bill Hickok. Was that a guess? Wild Bill Hickok, yeah. Okay, you guys are doing great. I appreciate you being here. Let's see. Here's the next quote. Marriages don't last. When I meet a guy, the first question I ask myself is this the man I want my children to spend their weekends with? I'm butchering these. I can't read my own writing. I should read them and then read them. You know what I mean? But I don't want to waste time. I'll read it again. Marriages don't last. When I meet a guy, the first question I ask myself is that the man I want my children to spend their weekends with? That's the way I should have done it the first time. It's not hard to screw up a joke. Let me see. Mae West. I think Dave has given an actual guess there, but that was a little bit ahead of time. Roseanne Barr's a good guess. Roseanne Barr. No, it's not. Joan Rivers. Those are great guesses. This is a comedian. I'm going to say this is a comedian. And it is, Barry says people should ask themselves that, but not sure who said that. It was a female, a woman comedian. I was on her show once or twice. She had a show in Vegas, not Dolly Parton. I hope nobody's gotten it and I missed it because it's getting harder to read these things. All right, I'm going to give up. Brett Stadler. Okay, good. You got it. Rita Rudner. She's got a bunch of great lines. She's a great comedian, and I'm going to read some of her lines here. My grandmother was a tough woman. She buried 3 husbands, and 2 of them were just napping. Be better if I did it like Rita, but I'm not going to. I wonder if other dogs think poodles are members of a weird religious cult. Funny Squad, she says she gave somebody a chance. You haven't been giving anybody a chance, Squad. Can I call you Squad? Here's another Rita Rudner line. In Hollywood, a marriage is a success if it outlasts milk. And this is a great line that I came across. I hadn't heard this one, but I came across this one. Someday I want to be rich. Some people get so rich they lose all respect for humanity. That's how rich I want to be. That's great. All right. I should probably take my sips of water after I've asked the question, right? Did anybody else know that was Rita Rudner? Hey, Dorizzo. You don't care, Squad, about that one? Oh, you don't care about losing? Milk. Okay, those are funny lines, Rita. Rita, great comedian. All right, you guys ready to move on? Should I do this like the guy? I don't think so. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Pretty good impression, I think. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nailed it. Not Churchill. Bold caution. FDR. Emmett says FDR. Vince says FDR. Philip says Franklin, but I don't know if you're talking about Franklin. Yeah, Franklin. I know you. Yeah, FDR. You guys got it. Churchill's a good guess, but FDR. All right. When did he say this, though? When did he say this? Do you know? Not the exact date, but just some kind of idea when he said this, because people think it had to do with Pearl Harbor, but it didn't, right? It didn't. He said it right. He said it in 1940. No, not 1940. No, not 1940. His inaugural, right? BR says his inaugural. He got it as an inaugural because they were in the middle of the Depression. Not the middle of the beginning, kind of, I guess. They were in the Depression. He was talking about the Depression. Yeah, right. Good job, Barry. 1940. No, it was more about the Depression. It wasn't about the war at all. It was trying to whoa, wait, there's more. Hang on. All right. Is that Brian? Is that BR? Is that Brian? My brother Brian's on there. Maybe he doesn't want everybody to know that. Maybe I don't want everybody. All right. All right, here's another quote. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Oh, Victoria Jackson, no. Dorizzo is, why would Dorizzo read Dorizzo? I can't keep up with who all these people are. You want to be anonymous, and yet you want to, you know. I know who Snatcher is. I know. Okay. Hey, funny squad. You get no Barry Rudin got. Wait, no Vince. Sorry, Barry. You got edged out unless I missed it. Vince got Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor Roosevelt, who was the wife of FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. You ever wonder why presidents get some presidents get named by or used or referred to by their initials and some don't? You ever wonder about that? I always wondered about that, and I think I know the answer. FDR was where it started. LBJ and JFK and LBJ, but it's to shorten it for newspaper headlines, because Roosevelt was in the newspaper every day. That was, for the Depression and then World War II, and they just needed to shorten it, so they just started calling him FDR. And that's my theory, or maybe I read it somewhere, but I think that makes sense. And then JFK and LBJ, they kind of sound good, and their names are kind of long. It has to do with the length of the name. Eisenhower was a long name. They used to call him Ike. IKE. But did we get that one? Yeah, somebody got who got it? Eleanor Roosevelt. Larry Storch says Brett Stadler watched a lot of TV, from what I can tell here. Anyway. All right, yeah, it was Eleanor, and I have another Eleanor Roosevelt quote that I'm going to read. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. That quote and some of these other quotes have semicolons in. I don't know what to do with semicolons. I don't know how to use semicolons. I must have missed that day of school. Semicolons. All right. Here's a quote. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. You want me to do Eleanor Roosevelt? No, Kathy. Yeah. You want me to do Eleanor Roosevelt? We're moving on from Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm not saying that. Yeah, this guess is not Eleanor Roosevelt. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Somebody guessed Rocky. Somebody guessed Freud. That's not right. That's not right. Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan. There's not many Genghis Khan quotes, David. No, your girlfriend said that, Anthony. Okay. All right. Funny Squad. Maybe these are too hard for somebody. Got it. Friedrich Nietzsche said, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. But I don't buy it. Do you buy that? I disagree with it. A few months back, I twisted my ankle. Didn't kill me. But it didn't make me stronger. It's a BS line. That which does not kill us. You hear it all the time. All right, here's another one. I don't have any more Nietzsche. The philosophers, even though I've read all this stuff, I don't have it in here. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Funny Squad, you're keeping track of the score. You're so smart, you can keep track of the score. Toulouse-Lautrec. No, that's not right. Dick Butkus. No. No, Dick Butkus did not say be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. That's a quote in Steel Magnolias. Oh, Becky's there. Hey, Becky. That's a quote in Steel Magnolias. Which one? Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about. We're on this. It takes a while for me to get to them. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. I don't think anybody's got it. I don't see it there. It's Oscar Wilde. Did I miss it? Did somebody get it? Bob Greasy? No. Bob Greasy? No. Bob Greasy, number 12, Miami Dolphins, 1972. 17-0. Here's a good quote. Do what you can with what... Give me a second. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Do what you can with what you have where you are. It's not a famous quote, so I don't expect anybody to get it. Don Shula, a lot of Dolphin guesses. I don't know why the flood of Miami Dolphin guesses. Bob Vila? No. Phyllis Diller? Somebody? Is that you that just keeps guessing Phyllis Diller all the time? It's a good guess. I'll give you a hint, though. She's not in any of these, even though she's a great comedian. She's not. I'll give you a hint. It's not Phyllis. CPR, is that Mike Rowe? Oh, Mike Rowe is the guy. Anyway, Michael Jackson, no. Dennis Regan, no. Yeah, Einstein reading a quote. No, that was Theodore Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, the nephew of Franklin Roosevelt. All right, well, we got a few more of these. You guys cool with this? Got a few more? We'll do a few more. Dirty Jobs. Mike Rose from Dirty Jobs. Yeah, I like that guy. Do the best you can with what you have. Yeah, that's you. You're paraphrasing it. You don't like the way I read it or the way he said it? Mickey B. What did Terry say? Anyway, here's another one. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. Who said that first? Or who wrote that? Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. I feel a funny squad Google search coming up here. If anybody else can beat her to the punch. Skipper Chuck, says Snatcher. Skipper Chuck was a morning TV personality in Miami, where I grew up, and where Snatcher grew up. Mrs. Revere said, no. Oh, baby. Lincoln got it. Lincoln, did anybody have it before that? Lincoln, it was Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Wait. Lincoln said Ralph Waldo. Damn it. Emerson, that's wrong. It's Longfellow. I don't think anybody got it. If you did, I'm sorry. Wait, Lincoln did get it. Longfellow. But it was a second guess. You get more than one guess. You can be wrong. You can be wrong in this world. All right, here's another quote. If it doesn't matter who wins or loses, then why do they keep score? If it doesn't matter who wins or loses, then why do they keep score? Anybody got this one? I'll read it one more time. I don't see it there. Oh, I do see it. CPR for life, said Lombardi. Vince Lombardi. That was a Vince Lombardi's quote. Here's another Vince Lombardi quote. Show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser. We got about 4 or 5 more of these cards. Oh, wait. Somebody mentioned Yogi Berra earlier, right? Oh, damn it. Darn it. Anyway, these are Yogi Berra lines. Or should I put it back in the pile? No. Remember, this was going to be obvious anyway. No one goes there anymore. It's too crowded. Remember, that's a great line, right? Nobody goes there anymore. It's too crowded. You know who Yogi Berra was? Who knows who Yogi Berra was? David Wills got it. Well, yeah, good job, David. Is that your first point, David? Yogi Berra. Hey, Dale. Nice to have you here. Yeah, you're late. Wait. No one goes there anymore. It's too crowded. Catcher. Yeah. Okay, you got this one. That would have been a great Oscar Wilde line because he was pretty funny and ironic himself. Yeah, he played for the Yankees. He was he's also a manager for the Yankees for a short while. He was a coach and all that. But a great player, but he had all these. They call them malapropisms. I don't quite. That's one way to describe it. But he had all these funny sayings that would come out. And here's a few other ones of Yogi Berra. 90% of the game is half mental. Why buy good luggage? You only use it when you travel. We made too many wrong mistakes. See, Yogi Berra, he got famous for saying these kind of weird things, these funny sayings, but then people started to attribute sayings to him. So he got everybody said there was Yogi Berra said that. Yogi Berra said that. And in fact, one of his quotes is, "I never said most of the things I said." You ever wonder about Yogi Berra? If you knew who Yogi Berra was, and the connection with the Yogi Bear, the cartoon character. You ever wonder about that? When I was a kid, I would wonder. I heard about the player, and I researched it when I was doing this. And Norm Crosby was was that malapropism? Malapropism. Norm Crosby. Yeah. He was great. He was a fun comedian, Norm Crosby. I say was. I'm assuming he may be gone. Or maybe I shouldn't do that. I think some people assume I'm gone. Did I read this one already? Yogi Berra, we made too many wrong mistakes. Yeah, we're talking about Yogi Berra. And Yogi Berra sued Hanna-Barbera, the production company, when they came out with that cartoon character, Yogi Berra, because he said it was defamation of character or something like that. And and the suit got dropped, but Berra just said, no, I had nothing to do with you. They didn't take it from me. But what kind of coincidence would that be that their bear is just named Yogi? That doesn't make, of course, it was obvious that they took his name. Can you quote any of you quote Yogi Bear? What was Yogi Bear's common catchphrase? Oh, are you already there? I see. Thanks, boo boo. I'm looking to see. I got to get all up close here like this to see. Can I make that bigger? I could certainly do that. I don't need to see me. I don't know if you can make that bigger. I don't want to touch anything. I already had my problems today. Norm is dead. Okay, Norm is dead. You heard it here first. Well, I don't know about that. Picnic basket. Yeah, David. See, I can do picnic basket. Hey, boo boo. What was his famous line though? I'm smarter than the average bear. And you did the punctuation there properly, Funny Squad. I think you're using a little cut and paste, maybe. A little cut and paste, Google cut and paste, search. Hey, Pat, smarter than your average bear. Smarter than your average bear. Yeah. Don't touch anything. Terry, he says don't touch anything? Yeah, that would come in handy these days. What's over here? Anyway, couple more. Couple more. A few more. Handful more. I don't know. Who said, I never met a man I didn't like? Who said, I'm reading the questions now. Where's your Bones McCoy pick? He's in storage. I might pull him back out someday. I'm drinking water, Diane. Water. For now. You think I should work on my Yogi impression? Oh, man. Was I doing... was I doing Berra as Yogi the Bear? It's hard, And when there was and the Associated Press tweet came out when Yogi Berra died at the age of 90 a few years ago, and called him Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear, former Yankee Yogi. So even up to his death, he was getting annoyed by that. Even past his death, beyond his death. I never met a man I didn't like. Snatcher says Jeffrey Dahmer again. I don't know if that was your guess before, but yeah, it's a good guess for this one. No, really, does anybody not know? Okay, CPR got it. I think no, cat, man, dude, don't. Oh, wait, way up there. Mickey blurts in with Will Rogers. Now, what Funny Squad? I know a lot of you knew this one, though. A lot of you knew this one. I'm going to give you guys all credit for it. You all get a half a point. Will Rogers, great humorist, American humorist. I wasn't planning on it. Does anybody know how Will Rogers died? Anybody know where Will Rogers died? How fast can you Google that? What's your name? Anyway. Will Rogers what? Will Rogers died. Anyway, I wasn't planning on asking that. Will Rogers died in a plane crash in Alaska. Small plane with Wiley Post, another famous pilot. Here's another Will Rogers line. An onion can make people cry, but there's never been a vegetable that can make people laugh. CPR says, I'm leading Funny Squad 72-17. I believe that. You got some catching up to do, Funny Squad. 1957. What happened in 50? Anyway, Margot got it. Did Margot get it? Margot. Who's Margot again? Anyway. Okay. Oh, we had that one. I never met a man I didn't like. Here's one. I never met a kid I liked. from around the same time, I think. Yeah. Anybody know that? Who said that line? I never met a kid I liked. Is that Margot? Is that Peggy? It's fun reading these, but it's not very entertaining to people watching. So I guess I gotta split the difference. George Burns. No, George Burns is a good guess. Patty Snatcher. Wait, Snatcher. CPR for life. Yeah. Are you first? W.C. Fields. W.C. Fields. Yeah. W.C. Fields. Here's another one that W.C. Fields said. It is morally wrong to allow a sucker to keep his money. It is morally wrong to allow a sucker to keep his money. All right. You guys ready? Another quote. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler, long I stood. Yeah, Big Rigs would have liked that right? Mike would like that quote about the allow a sucker to keep his money. All right, somebody got it. Let me see if you're first, LT. Robert Frost. Yeah, that's a Robert Frost poem. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler, long I stood. I don't read it as well as Robert Frost. You can actually hear him. He's on YouTube somewhere reading it, if you want to hear him reading it. It was the early days of sound recordings and stuff like that. And it's on video or film. And here's another quote. I don't have any more Robert Frost, but I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Robert Frost. Emmett pipes up with Edison. Thomas Edison said that. I have not, the great inventor, Thomas Edison. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Nikki got it. Skip got it. A lot of people. Oh, Edison. Yeah. Vivian says she doesn't cheat. She just types slowly. The Dalai Lama. What they said. It's there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Number 19. What I say? I numbered these cards to do them in a certain order, but I'm saying that. All right, here's the next quote. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Barry not only got it, she's smart. She does the MLK. She's not going to sit there and type it out like some of you people are. You want to win. You got to play hard. You got to play fast. You got to play smart. We got to play smart. Martin Luther King Jr. You didn't put Jr. on there, Barry. I'm sorry. Did anybody? Yeah, CPR for life said MLK Jr. Got to give it to. I'm kidding. MLK. When they name a street after Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, they don't name it. Yeah, I guess they do. Here's another Martin Luther King. Quote, the time is always right to do what is right. The time is always right to do what is right. And here's another one that I like. Wait, is that? I'm not sure that's his. Because I'm not sure that's his. All right. This is the last card. Oh, this is a comedian. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Well, here's this is the last card. Yeah, this is the last quote. See if you can nail this. This is a little bit harder than some of the others, but a great comedian. My fake plants died because I did not pretend to water them. Jerry Seinfeld, good guess. This guy's not as popular as famous as some of these other names. This is more of a great comedian, but not as famous as some of these other names that we've done. I figure some of my Stephen Wright. That's a good guess. Stephen Wright. That's a Stephen Wright-ish type joke. Ah, Funny Squad. Did you Google that? Funny Squad nailed it. It's Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg. Barry's the one really Barry's like a marshal here. She's like, who got this first? You're doing it. Never met him, but I like this stuff. And I'm going to read that one again. My fake plants died because I did not pretend to water them. Here's a bit he did, a line. I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. Check out Mitch's videos. He has I'm not doing a great Mitch Hedberg either. I can do a better Eleanor Roosevelt than I can Mitch Hedberg. I haven't slept for 10 days because that would be too long. Rice is great if you're really hungry and you want to eat 2,000 of something. Yeah. Hey, guys, say good night. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till I'm butchering the very last one. It just says good, and I didn't write night. Goodbye. I don't even know what this is. Can't even read my own writing. Good night. Parting is anyway. And that's I can do David Letterman. That was my David Letterman impression, throwing the cards after you read. Listen, you guys, I appreciate you all being here. Thanks a lot for being here. And if you want to, I did 2 or 3 of these other ones like this where it was TV shows and one was about music where you named your own, name that tune, that kind of thing. And go check out them or check out my shorter comedy bits. But I appreciate you being here. Everybody stay safe during this coronavirus shutdown thing. And we'll see you next time. All right. Thanks. Bye. Bye, everybody.